All right, here's a demo for the KloudDeploy CLI utility. Let's launch a terminal here to demonstrate that and make it a little bigger so everybody can see it. Now, if you take a look at the web UI here, you see that there's one active deployment, hello world. Let's check here. The deployments action will give us a list of active deployments. So the result should be exactly the same as what you see in the web UI. Okay, so we're good here. Now, in order to make a deployment, we need to first find out which launchpack we're going to use. So you can take a look here by using the launchpacks action. For the simplicity of this deployment, we'll use hello world again, which is ID 1. And of course, this is under the assumption that, you already filled out, if it's a custom deployment, you already filled out a launchpack, in the web UI. So the next step would be to choose from a list of providers and, based on cost. So we use the providers action, and then we use the launchpack ID number 1, and we name it Yo World. This is just a label for your deployment for your own reference, so you know what deployment this is. And let's go. This command takes a little bit longer just because it's actually going out to Akash to figure out what providers are available based on your launchpack specification. The CPU, GPUs, and RAM, and other resources that you need to get this done. And it'll also generate 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12-month plans, and give it to you in one single list as output. So in just a moment, it should spit that out. There it is. So we now have a list of providers that are available. This is testnet, so there's only one, but normally, in mainnet, there would be a lot more. So the next step would be using the deploy action to confirm that you want to do this deployment and choose the plan that you want to use. So it takes the arguments of the deployment ID, the provider ID, and how long you want the deployment to be. So 1, 3, 6, and 12 months. So for this, maybe let's do 6 months. So this is doing all the magic behind the scenes to get your deployment committed and deployed onto Akash into this specific provider, the EuroPlotsSandbox.com provider. And looks like we have the deployment already. It's complete. So let's copy and paste this URL and go to the web browser to make sure that this is in fact actually deployed. And there you have it. Hello from Akash. That's the landing page that we intended to deploy, which was defined by the launchpack. You can also see in the web UI now we have an additional deployment here, right? And there's all sorts of other things that you can do, but I want to keep this video short. I guess one thing to demo is when I'm done with this particular deployment, all I have to do is use the close action and close the deployment of this ID, and successfully submitted to a close request for deployment. Let's see if it's successfully closed. Yeah. So there's only one hello world left, and if we go to the web UI, you see that there's only one deployment that's active.